Hello, everyone. Welcome to this new installment of the Wrestling Analyst. Today, we're taking a look at what happened on the episode of March 13th, 2023 of Raw. Here we go. So the show starts with Edge appearing and going to the ring. Says that it's not over with Judgment Day. He calls out Finn Balor and says he's going to accept the match at WrestleMania and that it's going to be in Hell in a Cell. So he wants to get it over with once and for all. Now, I did say uh, in some of my videos that I saw that rat match at WrestleMania. Uh, okay, I didn't expect Hell in a Cell. That's good. That's going to be great, by the way. But I did say something, and Finn uh, basically said that's what's going to happen when he referred to his demons. I did say a couple of weeks ago, I started saying that a couple of weeks ago, that the match at WrestleMania is going to be Edge versus the Judgment Day's version of Demon Balor. So maybe on the next episode of Raw, we're going to see a development on that, but that's what I think is going to happen. Then after the match announcement, well, Judgment Day attacked Edge, and that's when Gargano, Loomis, and Candice LeRae came to the rescue, which sets up the first match of the evening. And that's Gargano and Loomis versus Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest. Now, that's the first tag match for Gargano and Loomis on the main roster. So we all know that they tagged together on NXT. Judgment Day wants to keep their momentum going onto WrestleMania, and I still think they're one of the top contenders for the tag team titles when the Usos lose it, probably at WrestleMania. Judgment Day wins with South of Heaven with Loomis. So they basically continue to have their momentum going to WrestleMania. Then there's a segment backstage where Damage Control attacks Trish Stratus. And then we see another segment in the ring with MVP and Omos selling, promoting the match at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar arrives and Omos throws him over the table and Lesnar just leaves. And that's a little bit baffling. Like, Lesnar retreating? Okay. Anyway, so that's it. Well, let's go to the next match now. So, match number 2, Cody Rhodes versus LA Knight. Well, this match is basically to keep Rhodes in the spotlight uh, and keep him going, keeping building momentum towards WrestleMania. As for LA Knight, well, usually he's on SmackDown, so that's probably a thing with his big mouth, whatever. Probably something that came up after Friday night's SmackDown episode or whatever. Anyway, Cody Rhodes win with the Crossroads. So basically keeping his momentum going. Then we see an interview with Seth Rollins, interrupted by Miz, interrupted by Baron Corbin. And Corbin says he wants to basically do Miz's bidding and face Rollins in a match later on. Corbin, present right now, is on a big losing streak. No one wants to touch him with a 10 feet pole. Uh, will do anything to have friends, be relevant, or so. That's where Baron Corbin is right now. What's maybe what would be good for Corbin, let him keep on going with that storyline right now. And at one point, somebody decides to tag with him, uh, go as a tag team with him, and then they could build up something together and rebuild Baron Corbin. Because Baron Corbin, even though he's not my favorite one, he's got talent. Uh, he's got the size. He's got a lot of tools, and he could be. They could be doing something good with him. Anyway, uh, so that's my take on that. So let's go to the next match now. So match number 3, Elias versus Bronson Reed. Not much to say about that. Elias has been losing for a long time now, and Bronson Reed, he's just tearing up through the roster right now, and probably will be until WrestleMania. Uh, he's going to face opponent after opponent until WrestleMania, and I expect after WrestleMania they're going to give him a big storyline, uh, a big feud to further set him up. So we'll see. But Bronson Reed wins the tsunami with the tsunami, and basically keeps on uh, tearing through the Raw roster. So let's go to the next match. So Austin Theory versus Angelo Dawkins. Now, this is another match to test Dawkins in singles action. And it was a very good outing for Angelo Dawkins. But Austin Theory is the champ, is the U.S. champ, just keeps on going for his momentum, and he wins the match with the 8 count down. And then after the match, he slaps the STF on Dawkins as a taunt to John Cena, because we all know now that and Austin Theory will face John Cena at WrestleMania. Then there was segment with Dominic Mysterio basically challenging Rey Mysterio for a match at WrestleMania, and Rey just says no. So let's go to the next match. Baron Corbin versus Seth Rollins. So, like I said earlier, that match was set up with an interview earlier. Rollins at one point throws Baron Corbin on The Miz, who's on commentary, and he wins with the curb stomp. So basically, Seth is keeping his momentum going on towards WrestleMania. I know I'm sounding like a broken record right now, but basically every big match at WrestleMania, every big name going to WrestleMania is just building momentum towards WrestleMania right now. And Seth, of course, is going to have a big match against Logan Paul. And I think that match could very well steal the show. Just like that. Uh, like I said, Rollins wins with the curb stomp, and Corbin just keeps on losing. And we'll see where this storyline goes with Baron Corbin. Then there was a segment with, basically Chad Gable was looking for Otis for the whole show, and he finally find him when he sees Otis having a photo shoot with the Maximum Male Models, and at the end, Gable wants to go train with Otis, and Maxine just tells Otis to come with them, and he leaves with the Maximum Male Models. So, like I said, this tag team is due for a breakup, and I've been saying that for months now that this is where it's going, and that's what we're starting to find out right now, how it's going to be made. The Maximum Male Model are going to break up the Alpha Academy team tag team. So let's go to the next match. So Bianca Belair versus Chelsea Green. Now, Chelsea Green and Carmella have been hanging around each other for a couple of weeks now. And of course, Carmella is accompanying Chelsea Green to the ring. Now, Chelsea Green did have a great outing on this match, even though Belair wins with a KOD. So, broken record again to keep her momentum going until towards WrestleMania. And Carmella and Chelsea attack Bianca Belair after the match. And who comes to the rescue? Asuka. And when Bianca wants to shake hand with Asuka, you see the blue liquid coming out of her mouth again. And that seems to be freaking out Bianca Belair. So you see the mind games from Asuka seemingly working and maybe destabilizing Bianca Belair. So we'll see where it goes, but my prediction is already there. I already know who's going to win this match at WrestleMania, but you're going to have to watch my predictions to see. So let's go to the main event. Main event, Solo Sikoa versus Kevin Owens in a street fight. So match starts, they both battle. When the fight gets outside the ring and go to backstage, that's where Jimmy and Jay interfere. They both super kick Kevin. They drag him back to the ring. And Solo, it was 3-on-1, and then Solo wins with a Samoan spike. So that basically spells the domination of the bloodline over Kevin Owens. And maybe that shows Kevin that he can't fight this battle alone. Even though he wants to fight it alone, maybe he's starting to realize that he can't fight this on his own. So anyway, that's it for this episode of Raw. So I'll have my SmackDown video probably by Wednesday or Thursday, but probably Wednesday. I'm going to have my SmackDown, my March 17th SmackDown analysis out for this Wednesday or Thursday. So anyway, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and of course, leave a comment, ask a question or anything. And of course, if you know people that love wrestling and would love to see my content, just introduce them to the channel. Have a nice day and see you around.